Hi and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. So today's video is going to be kind of a Ipsy Glam Bag Plus Part 2. If you saw my other video of my Ipsy Glam Bag Plus unboxing, you would know that I was shorted 2 of my actual bag items. Since that video, I have received said 2 items. So I didn't really have anything else planned. I wanted to review this palette. So I figured I'd do a get ready with me and do kind of like a first impressions type of a video for you. So the 2 items that I didn't get in my original shipment was this Ahava Time to Hydrate Night Replenisher. Is this the right one? Yeah, I think this is it. I have a couple Ahavas. I hope I grabbed the right one. So there was that item, and then they shorted me the Otherworldly palette by We Are Fluid. And I love this packaging. I have swatched this already for my Instagram account, but this is what it looks like. If you cover up the purple and the green shade, it's actually a very neutral palette with just a punch of yellow, but they threw in this green and this glittery purple color right there. And so when I saw this on Ipsy's choices for the month of June, I just had to pick it up because it's an eyeshadow palette. So you can never have too many eyeshadow palettes. You can. Anyways, so we're just gonna do a real chill and relaxed get ready with me. I'm filming on a Sunday. It is beautiful outside. My son is taking a nap, which is usually when I film these things. So let's go ahead and start playing with this makeup. When I did swatch these, they're very creamy, especially the 2 shimmer shades here. This one up here called Andromeda's and Galatea, which is this green. The mattes are all super soft, a little powdery, but it didn't seem too bad as far as the quality and the smoothness of the colors, and they swatched really beautifully. So I'm going to start by priming my eyes with Wet n Wild eyeshadow primer. I feel like summer is finally in like full swing, so tell me in the comments down below, what do you guys have planned for this summer? We really don't have anything planned here. We're still not traveling a whole lot. So we're just gonna try and do a couple day trips here and there. I'm using the Cucumber Sneeze formula from Ofra. I love how this keeps my makeup in place, and it does have some smoothing properties to it and mattification, but man, that smell. It takes a couple seconds for it to go away, but it just literally smells like somebody sneezed in my face. And we don't really have anything planned, like a long trip planned for this year. We're just doing little day trips here and there. Thinking about maybe going up to Lake Michigan. I'm in the Ohio area, so if you have any suggestions of day trips, you know, leave them in the comments down below. But I'd love to hear what you guys are planning. Let's see, I think I'm gonna take this Astral Halo and I'm gonna use that in the upper crease as a transition. See how this goes. And that's not too bad of a color. It's definitely pigmented. I do have a little bit of fallout in the pan here. So these are definitely powdery. But I'm not seeing any fallout on my actual cheeks or anything like that. It's strictly in the pan. And then I think I'm gonna see how this one goes. This is Stalactic. And I'm gonna put that like higher on the crease and see if that even does anything on my skin tone. Blending really nicely with that other color. It's just not highly pigmented. And then I'm going to go into Queersar right here. And I'm going to use that to deepen up my crease. And I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna actually take that deeper color and I'm gonna try and go on the inside of my eye right here too, and do a little bit of a, I don't know if this is called a halo eye or not. Basically, I'm just gonna leave the inner part of my eye blank. Okay, that's where we're at so far. It looks really pretty. Okay, so I want to use this green color. So I think I'm just gonna use my finger and just stamp that on the eye. Ooh, that's pretty. Just kind of blending that into that darker brown shade. Okay, and I'm gonna go back into that darker brown shade and I'm just gonna kind of blend out some of the edges, smooth this together. I'm really liking this so far. And let's do a little bit something crazy. There is a shimmer shade in here called Andromeda, and I'm gonna put that on the inner corner of my eye. Okay, and now I'm gonna go in with ColourPop's BFF liquid eyeliner. I've been really loving this, and this is definitely a good contender for the NYX Epic Ink Liner for me. It's super smooth going on. I can't talk while I'm doing this. It's super smooth going on and it sticks. The wings don't fade by the end of the day. It just sits really beautifully, and it's a very good comparison to the NYX Epic Ink Liner. So, and I think this might be $1 cheaper. I think this is $8. Usually the NYX is $9.99 or $10. I can't remember. I feel like this look needs something. I'm trying to think of what else I can add to it. I'm kind of digging this Blood Moon shade here. Let me get a different brush. I think I might want to try and tuck that just like a little bit higher. That yellowish matte color didn't really do a whole lot, so let me just see what this does. Kind of amps it up a little bit, makes it a little bit more interesting. I've been definitely trying to step out of my comfort zone and pick color selections and combinations that are things I never would normally try and reach for, and I feel like this palette is actually pretty disjointed. Like I said, if you cover up this green and this purple, it's a fairly warm toned neutral palette with just a couple of pops of color. It's not color combinations that I would normally put together, so I feel like it's just pushing me a little bit. So we're gonna do face real quick, and I'm using the Oliver Color Changing Foundation. Make sure you check out this review video. I go really in depth on my review for this. I really do enjoy this. It has skincare properties to it, so I feel like my skin is actually a lot healthier and more plump feeling wearing it. It's definitely more like a tinted moisturizer though. It does leave a little bit of a white cast at first, and then the color changing kind of kicks in and it just kind of melts into the skin. Do I need concealer? Let's do a little bit of concealer. This is another step I've been skipping a lot lately when just doing my daily makeup. Usually in the summers, I will pare down my routine a little bit. I always go 100% on my eyes, but I'll maybe lighten up my face products and, you know, maybe not do as much concealer or blush or bronzer or something like that on just a daily basis. All right, so for bronzer, I'm just going into the Nomad palette here. Just going in with this guy. I'm trying to make it a goal to hit pan on some of my bronzers this year. I think I'm close on my Wander Beauty one. I have that little Wander Beauty like duo where it's got a blush inside as well. I think I'm close to hitting pan on that one. I don't know. I don't think I've ever, I know it's definitely been quite a while since I've hit or used up a product other than like foundations. I think the last one I may have used up was the Physicians Formula butter bronzer. That was probably the last one that I've actually completely used up. And I can't even tell you the last time I hit pan on an eyeshadow. I know that sounds so bad. I just bounce around between everything. I don't typically use the same products over and over and over again, especially when it comes to eyeshadow. I rotate my palettes on a daily basis. Let me know what you guys do with yours. Do you do like a project pan and use a specific eyeshadow or products for an entire week or entire month? I definitely don't want to be wasteful with my makeup, which is why I feel like if I rotate it, I kind of show each one some love, just a little. Oh, I probably should tell you what I'm using. This is the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek Blush in Georgette. I really love this, even though this is really bright in the pan. It just comes off really pretty on the cheeks. And then I'm gonna go in with this Glowdient makeup palette from, who is this? I think this is Touch and Soul. Wow. Just gonna go right here. Just gonna touch. All right, so for the bottom lash line, I think I'm gonna do the green shade. We're just going super crazy today. All over the bottom lid, just all the way across. And then I'm gonna take a thinner brush like this, and I'm gonna take that dark brown shade and just touch that as close to my eyelash line as I can. And then to be super crazy, I'm gonna go in with this LA Girl Pastel Dream, and this is in, I can't see, what is this called? Oh, Magic Mint, even though this is not what I would consider a mint color. It's more like a lime green. All right, that just adds just a touch of interest to that bottom lash line. Now we are going to go in with the Milani Fruit Fetish Finishing Spray. That was way too much. My face is soaked. I love the way it smells though. So we're just gonna touch everything, mat it down a little bit, take a paper, and I am glowing. And let's go ahead and use some Lash Paradise mascara. I've been loving this. This is definitely my favorite drugstore mascara. Ooh, lovely. And last but not least, this is like my favorite. This is my favorite lip liner. This is from Kokie Cosmetics, and this is their lip liner in Dusty Rose. I love these because they are so waxy. They're comfortable, but they stick. And this color is just kind of like my lips, but better. Yeah, it just helps to like even things out. I feel like I have like a weird, like the line on my lip kind of disappears over here, so it just helps to kind of make it look like I have lips. I don't even know anymore. Oh my god. All right, and for lipstick, I'm just going in with this MAC Bullet lipstick, and this is in the shade Fanfare. And this is just a nice pinky color. So this is the finished look. I love just sitting down and playing with makeup. I really get a chance to actually like play and just try new things. I love this formula on here. I feel like the shimmers on this are absolutely gorgeous. The mattes are amazing. I don't know much about this brand. It's We Are Fluid. I think in one of Ipsy or BoxyCharm, or maybe even in like a Glow Addict box when I was subscribed to them, I got a clear lip gloss from them. And I know this is a company that is very open to, well, let me just read what's on the back. It says, "We are fluid as a queer beauty brand created to celebrate underrepresented faces, empower self-expression, and champion gender expansive beauty." So I do remember them saying that they weren't like gender exclusive. So I don't know much about the brand other than that, but I love this formula. So I'm really interested in seeing what else they have, since this is such a unique palette. I don't have anything that's like really quite like this. Even though these are neutrals, I don't have these colors. They're just very unique neutral shades. So I'm definitely gonna have to check this brand out a little bit more and see what other eyeshadow palettes they have. As you know, I'm a sucker for an eyeshadow palette, obviously. If you don't know that by now. Eyeshadows are my favorite thing ever to get, so which is why I was so upset when this didn't show up with my initial Ipsy Glam Bag Plus shipment for this month. So that is everything I have for you today. Thank you so much for sticking with me and letting me kind of experiment and play with new makeup. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. Do you know much about this brand? And if you do, what are your recommendations for me to try out? So thank you again. Like this video if you enjoyed it. If you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.